Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to start one of the important topic of class 11 NCERT Zoology is water canal system from animal kingdom classification. So in the previous videos, in the previous two videos, we have discussed about all the primitive features or the primitive topic of animal kingdom classification, which is we have discussed about some features of or the basis of animal kingdom classification by which all the kingdom can be categorized, like some metamerism property, like coelom, like germ layer, so uh, like many other things. So in this video we are talking about the water canal system of phylum Porifera. So before entering the topic, let me tell about before entering the topic, let me tell about something about phylum Porifera. So what is Porifera? So Porifera is the absolute primitive phylum of animal kingdom. Now अगर एनसीईआरटी फॉलो होता है तो हम लोग देखते हैं कि एनिमल किंगडम का जो क्लासिफिकेशन होता है वो एक क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में सजा हुआ है. I would like to advise you to all of my dear students that please recall or remember, just try to recall or remember that all the name of all the phylums in a very chronological order. क्यों chronological order? हम लोग अगर एवोल्यूशन की तरह देखें तो हमारा जब भी लिविंग बीइंग का, लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म का इवॉल्व होता है, जन्म होता है, तो वो होता है वाटर पे. सो व्हाट डज इट मीन? In the living form of earth came in a very aquatic manner in our earth. Anyway, so let's discuss about this particular system. So this particular metabolism or this particular mechanism, it's better to say mechanism instead of metabolism. So this particular mechanism can be seen in the phylum Porifera. Now, first thing first, what does it mean by Porifera? इस शब्द का मीनिंग क्या है? Porifera का मतलब है Porifera का मतलब है pore bearing. So what does it mean by pores? There are tiny openings inside the body by which water can be exchanged. So as we discussed that Porifera is an absolute primitive organism, and we all came to know that the life form of the earth was originated in the aquatic life. So all the members of Porifera are absolute aquatic in nature. And if we are entering in a more in-depth concept, we will come to know that aquatic life को भी फिर से दो अलग अलग हिस्से में डिवाइड कर दिया जाता है. एक को बोलता है मरीन वाटर और एक को बोलते हैं फ्रेश वाटर. सो इन केस ऑफ पोरिफेरा, मोस्ट मेंबर्स ऑफ पोरिफेरा आर मरीन इन नेचर, मतलब जो समंदर में पाया जाता है. नाउ लेट मी read first. Now, we knew in the previous video that all the basic features of the basic characteristics of phylum Porifera, like their germ layers, like their coelomic cavity, like their symmetry, habitat, habit. Now, in this video, we will come to know that absolute particular mechanism of a particular system. Okay. Now, what is water canal system? As we came to know that all the members of phylum Porifera are मतलब वो जब पानी पे रहते हैं तो सब कुछ पानी के जरिए ही होगा. इसका मतलब क्या है? What does it mean? as we came to know that porifera is a very primitive organism, so they absolute lack of all the mechanism or all the organ system. Initially they don't have any organ, they don't have any organ system, because there we came to know that their level of organization is a very cellular level of organization. So their entire body metabolism, like excretion, like digestion, like absorption, and different and all are going to happen through this system, water canal system. Now let me show you something. So this is an absolute primitive diagram of the phylum Porifera. So we can see that their tiny pores are present inside their outer layer of the body. Now there is a tiny hole, the tiny pore-like structure is present in their outer layer of the body, and a large hole or a large pore is present in their body. Now एकदम अगर प्रिमिटिव एकदम बेसिक से हमको पता चलते हैं तो हमको क्या पता चलता है, ये वाटर पे है, these are the aquatic life. So the different thing like food, like different water came through this pore, okay, and इसके अंदर एक करंट जनरेट होता है, एंड वो करंट बाद में यहाँ से निकल जाता है. This is the primitive features, this is the primitive mechanism by which water canal system works. मतलब छोटा छोटा टाइनी वगैरह कुछ पोर रहते हैं, उससे वाटर के जरिए सब कुछ एंटर करते हैं, एंड देयर इज अ बिग होल, वहां से करंट निकल जाते हैं, वाटर निकल जाते हैं बॉडी वेस्ट को लेके, एक्सक्रीटा को लेके. नाउ if we are talking about these tiny pores and all, so these tiny pores is termed as ostia. If you are talking about the plural, then it is ostia, and if you are talking about the singular, it will become ostium. And these bigger hole, much more larger hole or larger pore is known as oscula or osculum. So this is the primitive structures, the basic structure of water canal system, right? Now let me draw something in a detailed manner. So if we draw the detailed outline structure of water canal of the body lining of porifera, then it is something like that. So these are the outside layer of phylum porifera. Well, let me tell about some example of phylum porifera. All the sponges belongs to this phylum. Okay, now coming back to the point, these are some specialized cell. Now this is the outer layer of their body, and this specialized cell is known as pinacocyte, right? Now just recall it, मैं बोला था कि there are some tiny pore like structure is present by which water can come inside. So these particular specialized cell present in their outer layer is known as porocyte. Porocyte, what does it mean? If we break the word, if we break the term porocyte, poro means pore, which have pore, and cyte, cyte, cyte means cell. So in the outside layer of this phylum or of this particular organism has two specialized cells. One is pinacocyte and another one is porocyte. Now these two cells are commonly known as pinacoderm. So if we are talking about, see, biology is a very terminology, you know, biology is a very terminology, you know. अगर तुम लोगों ने ये टर्म को याद करने की कोशिश करोगे तो कुछ कुछ टाइम पे लगेगा कि सर ऐसे भूल जा रहा है टर्म को, ऐसे मत करो. क्यों? जैसे जस्ट टेक एन एग्जांपल इन केस ऑफ ह्यूमन. व्हाट इज द outer layer of our body? What is the biological term of the skin? Derm, like epiderm, hypoderm, dermis. So dermis means the layer. So pinacocyte and porocyte are commonly known as pinacoderm, right? So this layer को हम लोग बोलते हैं pinacoderm. Okay. Now let's come to the inner structure of their body parts. Now if we are talking about their inner structure of the body, there is a inner cellular structure is present inside their body. See, there are some flagellated structure. There are some specialized kind of cell that possess or that which bears flagella. So this layer is known as choanocyte. Choanocyte. Okay, choanocyte. Now, if we are talking about this kind of structure and all, I mean the outer layer and inner layer का बीच का जो structure होते हैं, ये structure को हम लोग बोलते हैं mesohyl. Basically, these are not a cellular structure. These are jelly-like structure. These are fluid-like structure. इसको बोलते हैं mesohyl. Mesohyl. Okay. So these are the absolute basic structure of porifera. Now let me come to the next point. So this is a porocyte. So this particular cell has some pore like. So you can imagine this porocyte cell like a tube. So this cell is like a tube and water enters from this end of the tube and it will flow inside it, and बीच का ये जो कैविटी होता है, एंड वी ऑल नो दैट कैविटी को बायोलॉजी में बोलते हैं सील. सील मीन्स COEL, सील. So the middle cavity of this the particular system is known as spongiosil. Just forgive me for the entire structure and all. मेरा उतना ज़्यादा इक्विपमेंट नहीं है, तो इसलिए थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम होगा शायद, तो प्लीज forgive me. Spongiosil. So what does it mean by spongiosil? As we came to know that sponge is one of the important member of this phylum Porifera, and the cavity of the sponge is known as spongiosil. Okay. Now I think this is enough for today. This is the basic structure of water canal system. Now in the next class we will discuss the further detailed mechanism of water canal system.